This has all the photos from the fight. So, if this doesn't turn out... So I went to London for Alex Wasabi's fight against Deji, and I decided to bring my medium format film camera from the 60s. I actually managed to shoot a lot of film with my trusty Mamiya C220. The C220 took a little bit of damage in the travel, and kind of the chaos of the fight, the top glass broke. So I'm going to be sending this to probably the best technician from Mamiya in the United States, maybe the world, I don't know, Mr. Bill Rogers Camera. He's, I think, the only person in North America to actually have Mamiya's own equipment for calibrating lenses and everything across the entire line of Mamiya cameras. So it's going to be in good hands, fortunately. But here's what I've got to develop. A box of the now discontinued Fuji Pro 400H, which was a 400 ISO color film, C41. This is going to be interesting. So I brought 4 rolls of T-Max 400, black and white 400 ISO film. I shot one at box speed, 400 ISO. The other 2, not so much. I knew the fight was going to be dark, but from what I've been told, the ring was going to be really lit up well. But when I got there, it was still pretty dark. So I knew that in my back pocket, I could push this. Meaning I could shoot it at a higher ISO and then just adjust it in the development times. I think now I'm going to be really pushing the limits. I had to literally look up as I was ringside how far I could push this film before it would just fall apart. And evidently you can push it pretty far. So this roll for the fight was shot at 51,800 ISO.
It's over 9,000!
Pretty big push from 400. This one was shot at a merely 3,200 ISO. So we'll have to see. But for now, these 2 rolls are going right now to the lab. I don't develop C41 myself. Black and white, I'll do these later today, but these are going to the lab. So let's go. Welcome to my photo lab. And while it does look like my office bathroom, I can assure you, this is definitely my photo lab. Kodak T-Max developer, development tank, you know, a little thermometer. I guess it's probably clear by this point that I don't have a dark room. So I need a light, tight area to change the film from the roll into this canister to develop it in. I have a film changing bag that also looks like it could double as a shirt you want to wear to lose weight working out. There's no space for your head. Theoretically, this thing is light tight, but I have trust issues, so I'm going to go to a closet that's really dark, and I'm going to change it in there. I don't need my sense of sight anymore. I can smell the film. And it's all loaded up. Roll number 2. Looks like we might have images. All right. This one I'm nervous about. This has all the photos from the fight. So, if this doesn't turn out... I'm nervous. Here we go. All right, so it's now the next day, and there have been some new developments. So now it's time to start digitizing this film, which means that we need a film scanner. But not just any film scanner. We need...
perhaps the most famous film scanner in all the land, the Mac Daddy, the Big Mama, the Nikon Cool with the backup being the Nikon 8000 Cool Scan, a slightly older model, but it still works.
See, I've had both of these scanners for quite some time. I had the Nikon 8000 for a long time, and the reliability on it was a little... And then my photo mentor, he gave me his Nikon 9000 Cool Scanner to look after. Nikon will not service these scanners anymore. They're really old, but they're still hailed to be like the best of the best for medium format film scans at home. Now here's the hardest part of this whole process. I have to take this special piece of glass made just for scanning film on the scanner, and then tape the film to the glass, stretching it out so it's nice and flat, but being super careful not to get any dust, fingerprints, hair, blood, sweat, tears, or anything of the like onto it. And then I can load it onto a special tray that'll be loaded into the scanner itself. Then begins the easy part. I just sit back, set it up to scan, and let it happen. And to give you an idea of how slow this process is, all this scanning footage was sped up by 5,000%. Without further ado, here's what we ended up with. I did not expect it to look this epic. Yeah, we're not taking it to Paris with it. But what about those photos from the fight at 51,800 ISO? Did those come out? Well... So about 5 or 6 days and 3 Hawaiian shirts later, here we are. Even with all the issues that were had, the roll of film at 51,000 ISO that was just semi there, and then the camera breaking, aside from all that, I'm really happy with the way everything turned out. These are some really cool images, and I'm really happy with them. Now, would I encourage somebody else to go shoot 51,200 ISO on their T-Max 400? Yeah! Why not? It's fun. Limited situations where you can do that, but yeah, go for it. Now, a bit of a side moment here, but I just want to tell you guys, I've really enjoyed this so far. This has been my first real venture into doing YouTube, and I know you guys may be more familiar with me from my theatrical acting side of things. And I promise I'm going to get into talking about those things too. This channel, I think, is just going to be an embodiment of me. I have so many hobbies and different sides of myself besides just acting and directing that I do for a living. And I think I just want to kind of share everything I do with you all. So if you guys are down for that, stick around and hit the bell, smash it into a piece. I don't know. But I just want to say I really appreciate you all here early with me. And here's to all the adventures we have coming up. Huh? Peace.